Welcome to Coins History. Have you ever looked at a penny and wondered if it could be worth thousands? Today, we're diving deep into the most valuable and rarest U.S. coins, from the legendary Washington, D.C. pennies to the iconic Lincoln cents. These coins aren't just money, they're history, and some of them could make collectors pay a small fortune to get their hands on them. Stick around, because you might be sitting on a hidden treasure in your own pocket change. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this hunt for rare coins, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Tell me which coin you'd love to find. Much love for watching Coins History. Coin 1. Please close your eyes for a second and imagine this. A single penny. 1 cent, something so small that most people wouldn't even bother to pick it up from the ground. Now imagine that same penny carrying the weight of American history, presidential power, Washington, D.C. prestige, and a value that feels almost unreal. This is not a myth. This is not clickbait. This is the 2009 Lincoln penny from a proof set, an actual coin that has become one of the most greed-driven, talked about, and desired modern coins in the United States of America. This penny is dangerous in the best possible way. Dangerous because once you understand its story, you can never look at loose change the same way again. Dangerous because it feeds curiosity, obsession, and pure collector greed. And dangerous because it proves that fortune does not always come in gold bars or giant stacks of cash. Sometimes, it comes in the form of a flawless copper-colored cent tied directly to the legacy of the American presidency. The year 2009 holds a special place in U.S. history. It marked 200 years since the birth of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most powerful, respected, and searched presidents in American history. Lincoln is not just a former president. He is a symbol of unity, sacrifice, leadership, and freedom. His face on a coin already commands respect, but in 2009, the United States Mint elevated that respect to an entirely new level. Special Lincoln pennies were created to honor his life and legacy, but among all of them, the proof set Lincoln penny stands at the top like a crown jewel. This was not made for everyday pockets. It was not meant to be spent, scratched, or forgotten. It was crafted for perfection, for collectors who understand quality, and for those who recognize value before the rest of the world catches on. Proof coins are different. They are born differently. The blanks are specially prepared. The dies are polished to a mirror finish. Each coin is struck multiple times under controlled pressure. The result is a surface so reflective it looks like liquid metal, with details so sharp they feel sculpted rather than stamped. When light touches a proof Lincoln penny, it doesn't just shine, it commands attention. Now connect this coin to Washington, D.C. The heart of American power. The home of the presidency. The city where Lincoln's legacy is carved into stone, remembered in monuments, and studied in history books. This penny is not just about Lincoln the man. It is about Lincoln the president, and the presidency itself. That connection fuels desire, and desire fuels greed. Collectors don't simply want this coin. They hunt it. Across the United States, people are searching relentlessly for rare Lincoln pennies, valuable proof coins, Washington, D.C. presidential collectibles, and high-worth American coins. This penny sits right at the intersection of all those searches. It is modern enough to shock people, yet historic enough to command respect. It is small enough to be underestimated, yet valuable enough to redefine expectations. Condition is everything in the world of coins, and this is where the greed intensifies. Many proof sets were opened. Many coins were touched. Fingerprints left behind oils. Tiny scratches destroyed perfection. Over time, haze, spots, and damage quietly erased potential fortunes. Only a very limited number of these proof Lincoln pennies survive today in elite, untouched condition. An elite condition is where the real money lives. Collectors pay for perfection. Investors pay for scarcity. Historians pay for story. This coin delivers all three. It represents a perfect storm of demand, rarity, and symbolism. That is why it continues to dominate conversations among serious numismatists. People love to believe that valuable coins must be ancient. Roman. Gold. Silver. But this penny destroys that myth completely. It proves that modern U.S. coinage can produce treasures that rival classic rarities. It proves that pennies can be powerful. And it proves that ignoring small things can be a very expensive mistake. Think about the psychology behind this coin. A penny is supposed to be worthless. That belief is deeply ingrained. So when a penny breaks that rule, when it shocks the market and commands massive attention, it creates obsession. People want what others overlook. People crave what defies logic. That is why this coin feeds greed so effectively. Imagine opening a collection case and revealing a flawless 2009 Lincoln proof penny. The deep mirrored fields. The sharp contrast. Lincoln's portrait standing proud, timeless, presidential. Imagine telling someone it's just a penny, then watching their expression change when they learn what it's actually worth. This coin is not just owned. It is bragged about. For investors, this penny represents a tangible asset rooted in American history. It cannot be duplicated. It cannot be digitally altered. It exists physically, backed by demand and legacy. For collectors, it is a centerpiece, a modern rarity that turns an ordinary collection into something extraordinary. For history lovers, it is a tribute to one of the greatest presidents the United States has ever known. The greed surrounding this coin is not accidental. It is built on fundamentals. Limited availability. Presidential legacy. Proof quality. And relentless demand. Every year, more people enter the coin market. Every year, more collectors chase fewer high-grade examples. And every year, coins like this become harder to obtain. This penny also represents opportunity. Somewhere, someone once overlooked it. Somewhere, someone underestimated it. And somewhere, someone realized its potential before the rest of the world did. That realization is what creates legends in the coin world. Across America, stories circulate about people checking old proof sets, revisiting collections, and re-evaluating what they thought they knew about pennies. This coin has changed perceptions. It has turned curiosity into urgency and interest into obsession, and now, we come to the moment that truly ignites greed. The moment that makes this penny unforgettable. The value. This rare 2009 Lincoln penny from a proof set carries an estimated worth between $37,000 and $51,200. For a penny, that single fact alone is enough to send shockwaves through the minds of collectors and casual viewers alike. It is proof that American history, when preserved in perfection, can transform even the smallest coin into a treasure of extraordinary worth. That is why this penny stands among the most valuable, most searched, and most greed-driven modern Lincoln cents in the United States of America. A coin tied to the presidency. A coin tied to Washington, D.C. A coin that proves greatness does not depend on size. Thank you for watching. If this video opened your eyes to the power of rare coins and American history, please like the video, share it with friends and fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and money that defies expectations. Your support keeps this journey alive, and I'll see you in the next video. Coin 2. The United States of America has produced many legendary coins, but every once in a while, a single penny rises above all others and shocks the entire world of rare coin collectors. Today's story is not just about money. It is about mystery, history, rarity, and the unbelievable value hidden inside a small copper coin that most people would never look at twice. Imagine holding a penny that looks ordinary at first glance, yet collectors across America dream of owning it. A penny that turns pocket change into life-changing wealth. A penny that has been hunted for decades, whispered about in auction rooms, and admired under magnifying glasses by experts who know exactly what they are looking at. This is the story of the United States of America most valuable rare wheat Lincoln penny from 1935. The Lincoln wheat penny is one of the most iconic coins ever produced in American history. Introduced in 1909, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Abraham Lincoln's profile instantly became a symbol of American strength, unity, and heritage. For nearly 50 years, wheat pennies circulated through American hands, passing through wars, economic struggles, and moments that shaped the nation. but the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny stands apart. At a time when America was still recovering from the Great Depression, the U.S. Mint produced pennies that were meant for everyday use. Millions were struck, spent, and worn down over time. Yet hidden among them exists an extremely rare version that was preserved in exceptional condition, believed to originate from a special proof quality strike, carefully made with sharper details, stronger luster, and flawless surfaces. This is not a common penny pulled from circulation. This is an actual collector-grade coin, known for its extraordinary strike, deep wheat lines on the reverse, and a portrait of Lincoln so crisp it almost looks modern. The fields are smooth and mirror-like, while the design elements rise boldly from the surface. When light hits it, the coin glows with a presence that instantly tells experts this is something special. What makes this 1935 wheat penny truly valuable is not just its age, but its condition, rarity, and story. Over 90% of wheat pennies from this era show wear, discoloration, or damage. This coin does not. It survived untouched, protected from circulation, time, and human error. Collectors search relentlessly for coins like this because condition is everything. A single grade difference can mean thousands of dollars. In this case, the coin exists in a class so elite that only a handful are known. When such a piece appears, it does not stay available for long. Serious collectors, investors, and numismatic historians immediately pay attention. In the United States, rare coin collecting is more than a hobby. It is a competitive market where the finest examples command unbelievable prices. Wealthy collectors compete not only for ownership, but for prestige. Owning a legendary wheat penny means owning a piece of American monetary history that very few people on earth will ever hold. The 1935 wheat penny is also fascinating because it represents a transition era in U.S. coinage. The design was mature, the minting process was improving, and yet the country was still facing uncertainty. That contrast makes this coin historically powerful. It tells a story of resilience, craftsmanship, and survival. Many people mistakenly believe valuable coins must be ancient or gold. That is not true. Some of the most valuable U.S. coins are humble copper pennies. Their value comes from rarity, preservation, and demand. This is why collectors constantly examine wheat pennies under microscopes, hoping to find something extraordinary hiding in plain sight. What truly fuels excitement is that these coins can still exist in private collections, old estates, or inherited coin jars. Stories continue to surface of families discovering rare wheat pennies that were forgotten for decades. While most finds are common, the dream never dies, because history has proven that miracles do happen. The 1935 rare wheat Lincoln penny represents that dream. It symbolizes the possibility that something small can carry enormous worth. It reminds us that American history is not only written in books, but also stamped into metal, preserved through time, and passed quietly from hand to hand. Collectors study every detail of this coin. The thickness of the strike. The clarity of the date. The sharpness of the wheat stalks. Even the color tone matters. Every microscopic feature adds to its story and its value. This is why rare coin auctions in the United States attract global attention. When a legendary wheat penny appears, phones ring, bids climb, and records are challenged. These moments are not just transactions. They are historic events in the world of numismatics. For those who understand coins, the 1935 wheat penny is not just copper. It is art. It is craftsmanship. It is American legacy frozen in time. And now, the question everyone asks, what is it worth? The value of the United States of America rare wheat Lincoln penny from 1935, preserved in exceptional proof quality condition, has been recorded in a price range starting from $77,000 and reaching as high as $127,150. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more rare coin stories, hidden treasures, and unbelievable American history. Your support helps keep these stories alive. Coin 3. The United States of America has produced many legendary coins, but hidden among them is one copper-colored treasure that most people have never seen, never held, and will probably never own. This is not just a penny. This is a historic survivor from a time when American craftsmanship, precision, and pride were poured into every single strike. Today we are revealing the true story, the mystery, and the unbelievable worth of the most valuable rare wheat Lincoln penny from the year 1936, a proof coin from an official United States proof set that has stunned collectors across America. At first glance, it looks simple. A small brown coin, familiar, almost ordinary. But this is exactly why this penny is so dangerous to ignore. Many people have walked past it, spent it, or dismissed it without realizing they were holding something that could change their life forever. This penny is proof that in the United States, history can hide in plain sight. The Lincoln wheat penny is already one of the most beloved coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln, it became a symbol of American strength, unity, and resilience. But the 1936 proof wheat penny stands in a completely different category. This was not made for circulation. This was not meant for everyday use. This coin was struck with extraordinary care, polished dies, mirror-like fields, and razor-sharp details that separate it from ordinary pennies. Proof coins in the 1930s were made in extremely limited quantities. They were created specifically for serious collectors, government officials, and elite numismatic sets. Every proof coin was struck multiple times to bring out the finest details possible. When you look at a genuine 1936 proof wheat penny, the surfaces glow, the lettering appears crisp, and Lincoln's portrait looks almost sculpted. What makes this penny so rare is not just its age. It is the survival rate. Most proof pennies from this era were mishandled, cleaned, damaged, or lost over time. Copper is a sensitive metal. It reacts to air, moisture, and even fingerprints. Finding a 1936 proof wheat penny in original condition today is like finding a needle in a mountain of hay. Collectors across the United States hunt relentlessly for this coin. Auction houses watch closely. Grading services treat it like royalty. Because when one appears, it sends shockwaves through the entire coin market. This penny represents a moment in American history when the nation was recovering, rebuilding, and redefining itself during the Great Depression. The proof finish on this coin tells its own story. The deep mirrored background reflects light like glass. The raised design stands out boldly. The wheat ears on the reverse are perfectly defined, symbolizing prosperity and growth. Every detail whispers quality. Every angle reveals craftsmanship that modern coins simply cannot replicate. What truly fuels the greed and obsession around this penny is its exclusivity. Most Americans will never see one in person. Museums guard them. Private collectors lock them away. When one surfaces publicly, bidding wars erupt. People are not just buying copper. They are buying American legacy, rarity, and prestige. Another factor that pushes this penny into legendary status is authentication. Only a handful are verified as true proof strikes from the 1936 proof sets. Many circulation strikes are mistaken for proofs, but experts know the difference instantly. The squared rims, the mirrored fields, and the strike quality are unmistakable. Imagine discovering one of these coins in an old family collection, a forgotten safe, or a dusty drawer. That moment would change everything. This is why collectors across the United States obsess over wheat pennies. This is why people search rolls, estate sales, and inherited collections with hope in their eyes. This penny is not just rare. It is elite. It belongs to a small group of American coins that command respect, desire, and serious money. Its value is driven by history, condition, authenticity, and demand. And demand keeps growing year after year as fewer examples remain available. The 1936 proof wheat penny represents the golden age of American coinage. It reminds us that even the smallest denomination can hold enormous power. It proves that a penny can be worth more than gold when rarity and history collide. Collectors know that once these coins disappear into private vaults, they may not resurface for decades. That scarcity adds fuel to the fire. The United States coin market recognizes this penny as a crown jewel of Lincoln cent collecting. Now comes the moment everyone waits for. The part that makes hearts race and jaws drop. The true worth of this legendary American coin, a genuine 1936 proof wheat Lincoln penny from an original proof set, preserved in exceptional condition, has been valued in the range of $77,000 to $126,150. Yes, for a single penny, that is the power of rarity. That is the value of American history. And that is why collectors will never stop searching. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible rare coin stories, hidden treasures, and unbelievable values. Your next fortune might already be in your pocket. Coin 4. Waking up one ordinary morning, grabbing a handful of loose change, and unknowingly holding a piece of American history that could change your financial future forever. A coin so small, so overlooked, so common-looking, that almost nobody would give it a second glance. Yet hidden within that simple copper surface is a story of rarity, perfection, and unbelievable demand that has shocked the United States coin collecting world. This is not about gold bars, diamonds, or luxury watches. This is about a single Lincoln wheat penny, a penny that most people would never expect to be special, yet collectors across America would do almost anything to own. For decades, Lincoln wheat pennies have been quietly circulating through hands, cash registers, old jars, and forgotten boxes in attics and basements. Millions were spent, lost, and ignored. But among them exists an elite, almost mythical category that separates everyday pennies from legendary treasures. One specific year, one specific strike, one specific type, created with extraordinary care, precision, and craftsmanship, has become one of the most talked about and valuable small coins in United States history. This is not just a coin. It is a survivor of time, untouched by circulation, preserved in near-perfect condition, and born from a proof set that few people even knew existed. What makes this story even more incredible is that most Americans have never been taught how powerful a single cent can be. Schools don't talk about it. Banks won't warn you. And unless you're deeply involved in numismatics, you would never imagine that a penny dated 1939 could carry such massive importance. This coin was struck during a pivotal era in American history, when craftsmanship mattered, when minting standards were strict, and when only a limited number were produced for collectors who understood their future value. Every detail matters: the mirror-like surfaces, the razor-sharp design, the flawless strike, and the unmistakable signs that separate an ordinary penny from a proof masterpiece. Collectors across the United States constantly search for rare Lincoln wheat pennies, but the 1939 proof example sits in a category of its own. It represents scarcity, condition, and demand all colliding into one tiny copper disc. The moment one appears on the market, serious collectors, investors, and auction houses immediately take notice. This is the kind of coin that sparks bidding wars, fuels heated discussions, and leaves people stunned when they discover what it is truly worth. Many people have walked past one of these coins without ever realizing the opportunity they missed. As this video unfolds, you're going to discover why this penny is considered one of the most valuable wheat cents ever produced, how proof set coins differ from regular strikes, and why collectors consider this particular Lincoln penny a crown jewel of American numismatics. If you've ever wondered whether pocket change could hide a life-changing secret, this story will open your eyes. And by the end, you may never look at a penny the same way again. Coin 5. Holding a small copper coin that looks ordinary at first glance, yet carries the power to stop seasoned collectors in their tracks. A coin that whispers stories of American history, mystery, and jaw-dropping value. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and most searched rare coins in the United States of America, the legendary Lincoln wheat penny with the 1939 San Francisco mint mark, a coin many collectors passionately associate with proof-level quality and extraordinary rarity. This is not just another old penny. This is the kind of coin people dream about finding in an inherited collection, an old safe, or a forgotten drawer. The Lincoln wheat penny series already holds a special place in American numismatics. Introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, it became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. From the very beginning, collectors and the public alike were fascinated, and that fascination has never faded. Now let's talk about 1939. The world was on the edge of massive change. America was recovering from the Great Depression, and global tensions were rising. Coins struck during this era carry more than metal value. They carry history. The San Francisco Mint was known for lower mintages compared to Philadelphia and Denver, making many S-Mint mark coins harder to find even in circulated condition. When you combine a low survival rate with exceptional strike quality and eye appeal, you create the perfect storm for rarity. What makes the 1939 S Lincoln Wheat Penny so desirable is not just the date or the mint mark, but the condition and finish that certain examples display. Collectors aggressively hunt for coins that show mirror-like fields, razor-sharp details on Lincoln's portrait, and full definition on the wheat ears on the reverse. These qualities are often described as proof-like, a term that sends excitement through the rare coin market. Coins with this level of preservation stand miles above ordinary circulation strikes. Look closely at Lincoln's face on a high-end example. You'll notice crisp lines in the hair, a strong jawline, and clean separation in the coat details. The surfaces appear smooth, reflective, and carefully preserved. On the reverse, the wheat stalks stand tall and bold, with clear lines and depth that almost look sculpted. This level of quality is what separates a common old penny from a trophy-level collectible. Collectors across the United States are obsessed with condition rarity. Millions of pennies may have been struck, but only a microscopic number survive in top condition. Add the San Francisco Mint mark into the equation, and suddenly demand skyrockets. High-grade examples are fiercely contested at auctions, with deep-pocketed collectors and investors battling for ownership. Another reason this coin commands attention is its connection to elite collections. When a 1939 S Lincoln Wheat Penny appears with exceptional eye appeal, it often becomes the centerpiece of advanced Lincoln cent sets. These are not casual hobbyists. These are serious numismatists who understand population reports, grading standards, and long-term market trends. When they want a coin, they are willing to pay aggressively. The United States rare coin market has seen explosive growth over the years. Lincoln Wheat Pennies are among the most searched coins online because they are familiar, historic, and surprisingly valuable in the right condition. People love the idea that a simple penny could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house down payment. That emotional connection fuels demand and keeps prices strong. The 1939 S Wheat Penny stands out because it checks every box. Classic American design, historic era, respected mint mark, extreme condition rarity, and a story that keeps collectors talking. Some examples are described as coming from carefully preserved sets, protected for decades from circulation wear. Whether discovered through long-term storage or passed down through generations, these coins represent the absolute peak of the Lincoln cent series. When collectors evaluate a coin like this, they look at luster, strike, surface preservation, color, and originality. Original red or red-brown color dramatically increases desirability. Even the smallest marks can make a massive difference in value. That is why professional grading and authentication are critical. Once certified at the highest levels, a coin like this enters a completely different financial universe. This is where the story turns from interesting to truly greedy. We are no longer talking about pocket change or even a few $100s. We are talking about a coin that lives in the upper atmosphere of U.S. numismatics. A coin that makes headlines. A coin that people remember for decades after it sells. Collectors chase this penny not just for profit, but for prestige. Owning one is a statement. It says you understand the market, you appreciate history, and you possess something very few people on earth will ever touch. In a world of digital assets and paper money, a rare tangible object like this holds powerful appeal that if you have a 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny with an S mint mark, it deserves careful attention. Never clean it. Never polish it. And never underestimate it. What looks like a simple copper coin could be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Now, let's talk about the part everyone has been waiting for, the value. In the rare coin market, exceptional examples of the 1939 S Lincoln Wheat Penny with proof-like characteristics have achieved astonishing results. Depending on preservation, certification, and eye appeal, these coins have reached values ranging from $77,000 to $129,150. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most valuable rare wheat pennies, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss another rare coin story, and drop a comment below if you have a Lincoln wheat penny you want to learn more about. See you in the next video. Coin 6. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most valuable, rare, and sought-after coins in the United States, the legendary 1944 Lincoln wheat penny from a proof set. If you think you know about rare pennies, buckle up, because this coin is about to blow your mind. Now, when we talk about Lincoln wheat pennies, most people imagine those ordinary copper coins that have been circulating for decades. But the 1944 proof penny is anything but ordinary. This isn't just a coin you find under your couch cushions or in your pocket change. This is a coin that belongs in a collection of the most elite and valuable US coins. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly why collectors are absolutely hungry for this penny. First, let's talk history. The Lincoln wheat penny series ran from 1909 to 1958, and in 1944, the United States was in the midst of World War II. Pennies were made primarily of copper, but during the war, there were changes in materials due to the war effort. However, the 1944 pennies were mostly copper again, but they were minted in three main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And the one we are talking about today is from the San Francisco Mint, which is marked with a tiny S below the date. That S might look small, but for collectors, it's the golden ticket. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Not every 1944 penny is incredibly valuable. The ones most collectors dream about are from proof sets. Proof coins are specially made for collectors, with extra care, higher quality, and a finish that shines like glass. These coins were never meant for circulation, which means the 1944 proof penny is often in pristine condition, with razor-sharp details and the perfect mirror-like surface that coin lovers crave. Now, let's talk about rarity. You might be thinking, there must be thousands of these coins, right? Well, not quite. The 1944 proof pennies were minted in limited quantities compared to regular circulation coins. Combine that with decades of coin handling, losing coins to time, and the high standards collectors have for proof coins, and suddenly, you realize how incredibly scarce these coins really are. Only the best examples survive in gem condition today, making them the crown jewel of any Lincoln penny collection. And here's the part that really makes your jaw drop: collectors are willing to pay insane amounts of money for these coins. When it comes to the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny from a proof set, the value can reach levels that most people would never expect for a penny. We're not talking hundreds of dollars or even thousands, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. Every detail matters: the strike quality, luster, surface preservation, and absence of blemishes. A single tiny imperfection can cost you thousands in value. So, if you have one in your collection, or if you stumble across one in a family heirloom box, hold on to it tight. This coin is more than just currency, it's history, it's craftsmanship, and it's a gold mine waiting to be unlocked. Even among U.S. coin collectors, the 1944 proof Lincoln wheat penny is often listed as one of the most coveted coins from the mid-20th century. Collectors around the world search for this penny. From New York to California, from small-town coin shops to major auctions, the competition is fierce. Coin enthusiasts study every detail under magnification, checking for scratches, toning, and mint marks. The mint mark is their holy grail. And because these coins are rare and in such high demand, it's no surprise that prices can skyrocket beyond ordinary imagination. That if you're considering investing in rare coins, this is the one that can dramatically increase in value over time. It's not just a penny, it's a historical investment, a conversation starter, and a piece of American history that has literally stood the test of time. Imagine holding a coin that was minted over 80 years ago, untouched, with the same gleam it had the day it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. That feeling alone is priceless, but the market value makes it even more irresistible. So, how much is this rare beauty actually worth today? Well, based on recent sales, auctions, and collector trends, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny from a proof set can fetch anywhere from $77,000 to $125,150. Yes, you heard that right. For a single penny, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. That's why coin collectors, treasure hunters, and even investors are all on the hunt for this one. It's rare, it's historical, and its value is undeniable. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin journey, the 1944's Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set is the ultimate piece of the puzzle. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most valuable US coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries and treasure hunts. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and always treasure history, one coin at a time. Coin 7. Welcome, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into one of the most valuable, rare, and highly sought-after coins in the United States, the extraordinary 1945's Lincoln Wheat Penny from a proof set. If you think pennies are just everyday coins you find in your pocket, think again. This coin isn't just small change, it's a piece of American history, a collector's dream, and a potential life-changing treasure. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, struck between 1909 and 1958, is one of the most famous in U.S. coinage history. But not all pennies are created equal. The 1945's proof penny is a true rarity. It was minted in San Francisco, as shown by the tiny S mint mark beneath the date. That little letter might seem insignificant, but for collectors, it's the key to unlocking enormous value. And because it's a proof coin, it was made with extra care, precision, and mirror-like surfaces that make it shine far beyond ordinary circulated pennies. Now, let's set the stage. 1945 was a historic year. The world was emerging from World War II, the United States economy was changing, and coins like this one were part of both everyday life and collector sets. Proof coins were not meant for circulation. They were carefully struck for collectors, with polished dies and special techniques that brought out sharp details, deep relief, and perfect luster. Only a fraction of coins from 1945 were proof coins, and even fewer survived in gem condition. This rarity is what makes the 1945's proof Lincoln Wheat Penny so extremely valuable. Unlike ordinary pennies, which you might find by the handful in change jars, these proof coins are treasures that collectors actively search for. Many collectors spend years trying to add one to their collection, checking coin shops, online auctions, and estate sales. Finding one in perfect condition is like discovering hidden gold. The details of the coin matter immensely. Every feature of Lincoln's profile, the hair, the cheekbones, the lines of the coat, needs to be crisp and clear. The background fields must be flawless, and the coin's reflective surface, often called a mirror finish, should be nearly perfect. Even the tiniest scratch, dent, or discoloration can reduce its value dramatically. That's why collectors treat these coins with extreme care, storing them in protective holders or capsules to maintain their pristine condition for decades. But rarity alone doesn't make a coin this valuable, it's also about collector demand. From New York to Los Angeles, from small-town coin shops to major U.S. auctions, collectors and investors are hunting for this coin. It's the ultimate combination of history, scarcity, and beauty, which is why prices for these coins are incredibly high. People are not just buying a coin, they're buying a piece of American heritage, a tangible link to the 1940s, and an asset that can increase in value over time. Let's talk history in a bit more detail. The Lincoln Wheat Penny design, created by Victor David Brenner, was introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse of the coin features two stalks of wheat, symbolizing prosperity and growth, and the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. By 1945, this design had become an American classic. And yet, despite its popularity, proof coins from San Francisco were produced in limited numbers. Over the decades, many were lost, damaged, or melted down, leaving only the highest quality survivors for collectors today. Collectors are especially obsessed with the S mint mark. Why? Because the San Francisco Mint produced fewer proof pennies than Philadelphia or Denver, making them much harder to find. Combine that with the coin's exceptional condition, and you get a coin that is sought after at the highest levels of collecting. Even small differences in luster, toning, or surface clarity can make a huge difference in value. If you're a coin collector, you know the thrill of spotting a rare coin. The 1945 proof Lincoln wheat penny is one of those coins that immediately excites serious collectors. Imagine holding a coin that's over 80 years old, never circulated, and still gleaming as it did the day it was struck. This isn't just a penny, it's a connection to history, a conversation starter, and a showpiece that can dominate any collection. Now, let's talk numbers. You might think, how much could a single penny be worth? The answer will surprise you. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny from a proof set is not just rare, it's one of the most valuable Lincoln wheat pennies ever produced. Depending on the coin's condition, rarity, and market demand, its value can skyrocket far beyond ordinary imagination. Collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts compete fiercely for these coins, sometimes driving prices higher than many would expect for a penny. It's important to note that not every 1945 penny is valuable. Only those that come from proof sets and are preserved in excellent condition reach the top tier of value. Circulated coins, or coins with scratches or toning, are significantly less valuable. This exclusivity makes proof coins like this a dream find for collectors. People around the world search tirelessly for these pennies. From estate sales to auction houses, from online marketplaces to specialized coin shows, collectors are always on the lookout. And when one does appear in the market in gem condition, it becomes a headline-grabbing item. This is not just a hobby, it's serious collecting, with real financial and historical stakes. For anyone thinking about investing in coins, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny from a proof set is an exceptional opportunity. It's more than just a collectible, it's a historical artifact and an investment with proven value. The combination of limited supply, exceptional craftsmanship, historical significance, and collector demand makes this coin a rare gem in the world of numismatics. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the actual value. Based on recent sales, auctions, and collector demand, a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny from a proof set can be worth anywhere from $77,000 to $124,150. Yes, for a single penny, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money, a treasure that could transform any collector's portfolio. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest and most valuable US coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories, treasure hunts, and historical gems. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, history isn't just in textbooks, it's in your hands, one coin at a time.